Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith, and I'm smiling right now. You know why? Because I have no rules errors to correct from the last episode. And I really did not think I would get through a single episode of Dust Warfare without at least a little slip-up. Now, there was a little slip-up, but it was a strategy mistake on my part more than anything else. I just want to mention it to you so you don't make the same mistakes. I had, in my last command phase, some extra orders, and I just didn't use them. And I should have used at least one of them to give a regroup order to my Grim Reapers right here. Because remember, a regroup order allows you to remove a reaction token and all suppression tokens from a unit. And these guys have a suppression token on them right now. It's a great way, with a regroup order, to prime up a unit so it can now make reaction actions during your opponent's unit phase, which I will not be able to do with these guys now, and believe me, I'm probably going to wish I could. So when we come back, Luke's going to join me, and we're going to continue what I hope will be a very interesting unit phase. All right, well, we're back, and I've been joined by...
Luke Smith.
That's right. Now, you might be able to hear it in our voices. Luke and I are still feeling...
sick.
Yes, we are still sickies. But we're going to push through this because we got some great suggestions, and one of them came from Jay Kitchen. This is for your unit phase. And he did a really nice job over Board Game Geek of having a diagram of the tabletop and then drawing on that what he thought Luke should do. Made it very easy to see what the suggestion was. So, shall we get this thing started?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
So, for the start, Ludwig is going to attack the observer team.
Once again, Luke picking on my poor observer team hiding behind these windows. Go ahead, Luke. How many dice?
4.
All right. Oh, 2. That's actually a very good roll. Now, because I'm in hard cover, it cancels it out. But because you rolled hits, I do have to give them a suppression token. So now they have a reaction and a suppression token, and that means during my unit phase,
nothing.
They don't get to do a thing.
Next, I'm going to move and attack with the heavy recon grenadiers.
Yes, and while Luke's doing this, I want to point out the interesting strategy that Jay came up with here, because he only wants to move the leader of these heavy recon grenadiers out almost about 6 inches. And the benefit of doing that is now when we look for cover that these Grim Reapers would like to have, we draw the line from the leader. And as you can see, that line is not crossing this heavy cover anymore. So these guys are no longer benefiting from that heavy cover. Well, meanwhile, these other 2 heavy recon grenadiers are still behind cover. So very interesting. Well, now you're going to get to roll your attack dice, Luke, and you get to roll a total of 6 dice. You should probably roll them right around this area here, and let's see what you get.
Oh, that's pretty much.
Wow, that's too much. Okay, so 4 possible hits here. Now, something I wanted to point out here, if you look at Luke's unit leader, you can see how he has a clear view. And that's why I've lost the benefit of cover. But I do have a suppression token here. If you remember, suppression tokens upgrade your cover by 1 step. So I automatically have blocked one of these hits. Now I have to roll my 3 dice for armor, and hopefully, as long as I roll at least 1 hit, my whole unit isn't going to get wiped out. Oh, no.
Yes!
Not a single hit. This means my entire unit has been wiped out. Wow, Luke, you and Jay made quite a dynamic duo there, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Well, this is interesting because the laser grenadiers were supposed to attack the no longer existing Grim Reapers. Well, listen, the first thing you need to do is roll to see if you can remove suppression, right? So you have 1 suppression token, roll 1 die. Let's see if you can remove it or not. Okay, so that suppression token is going to stay on them, meaning they only get 1 action.
With only 1 action, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the laser grenadiers, or the zombies, or Sigrid. But I've still got some gorillas.
Yes, the nasty gorillas. Now this next maneuver by these gorillas really got started because of a question by Lyons Linden in the guild. He wanted to know, could the gorillas move along and jump up on the 2nd floor of this building?
Yes.
That's right, the answer is yes. So then Jay came up with a scenario that said, give them a march move order, allow them to move the full 18 inches they get, double their movement plus the extra 6 inches for fast, And these guys get to jump on top here of the building. My poor observer team, which cannot react because it has a reaction token. Now, I have Joe here. Now, Joe, the poor defenseless leader, here's the creaking floorboards, the gorillas beating their chests on top of the building here. I could react to him. Now, he can't see them, so he can't do an attack reaction, but he could do a move reaction.
Like
so I have to... Yeah, does he want to get out of there or what?
I can just get you again, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. Okay, I've decided not to do a move reaction with Joe, and wow, what a unit phase for the Allies. Huge! Huge. Congratulations, players. That was a very good turn. Would you agree you liked the suggestions?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were pretty good.
Wipe out a whole unit.
Yeah, full wipe out a unit. You've definitely got these guys worried. So now we're going to move on to my unit phase, and I am going to have to puzzle my way out of this particular predicament. All right, so I'm going to start my unit phase with poor Bazooka Joe here, who's just finished hearing all these stomping feet up here. You can smell the bananas on their breath. And he's going to do a move and attack action. So first I'm going to move him 6 inches, like so. And now he is going to fire his grenade launcher at these gorillas up here. Now, the grenade launcher can go 12 inches, so I'm well within that. And I'm going to be able to roll only 2 dice, unfortunately. But let's see if I can get a possible suppression token on these guys at least. Ah, well, there is a possible hit here. Now, Luke, you get to roll your defense. You don't have any cover here, so go ahead and roll 3 dice. You're going to need to roll them over here, Luke. And let's see if you roll any defense. Okay, not only did you knock over poor Bazooka Joe, but you also blocked.
Defended.
Yes, you did. So I'm going to put a suppression token up here, though, because at least I did roll a hit. And now, Joe's done. My observer team that's also under here, they have both a reaction and a suppression token, so they don't get to do anything, unfortunately. All right, so now it's time for a little sneak attack from the devious sniper team here. I'm going to give them a move and attack action. I'm just going to move my sniper around here so he can see the gorillas. I'm actually going to move my his partner here a little bit behind, out of the way of this window. So he's a little more in cover. And now I'm going to roll an attack, obviously, against these gorillas. Now, the nice thing is, well, nice and bad, is they only get 1 die. But the benefit here is that misses are hits.
Oh.
And because I have this spotter here, Luke does not get the benefit of cover or his armor. So all I have to do is roll a miss, and I can remove one of these gorillas. Can I do it? Here we go.
Get it.
1, 2.
Like hit his thing.
Yes! Oh, no!
Woo!
No.
Good job, Dan.
No. All right, so desperate times call for desperate measures. No pun intended here, as I measure out a march move order for these hammers. Now, as you can see, they can go quite far, and farther than I need them to. I'm just going to put them into a defensive position around Bazooka Joe. Now, I can't really stop Luke from getting within close combat range of Bazooka Joe, but at least this way, if the gorillas do come running up, maybe I can do an attack reaction, do a close combat attack against them. Hey everybody, it's future Rodney here, the one who never makes mistakes. I wanted to let you guys know, I could hear you yelling at your monitors when you saw me put the suppression token on the gorillas after firing with Bazooka Joe. I want to let you know, absolutely, you're right. You cannot put suppression tokens on gorilla units. However, it doesn't matter. You're going to see this token still here during the gameplay because it's going to get removed anyway during the end phase. It won't affect the actual gameplay. But I also wanted to mention, one of the things you might be wondering is why didn't I not give a march move order to Bazooka Joe and hopefully run him even farther away from these gorillas? Why pull him back 6 inches and then shoot? Well, the reason for that is I didn't want to move him so far away that he would then be outside the command range of my observer team because I might want to be able to give them an order during the command phase to call down one of those heavy artillery strikes. So we'll see if this pays off in the end. I doubt it will, but let's go back to the gameplay and we'll find out. So my final activation is going to be with these tank busters, and I am going to steal an idea from Jay, and I am going to move the leader of this unit 12 inches to go to here. And see, this way, he can see over half of the models in that zombie unit. So they will not get the benefits of cover. And then these other 2 models are going to move a shorter distance, but still be able to see the zombies and be behind, hopefully, some cover in case some of the other units on the table decide to attack them later. Now, this is a risky move. I do want to point out, although my movement happened within 12 inches of this unit, Luke's not able to react because
the jump?
Yeah, I have the jump special ability on these guys, and it states that you cannot react to their movement. They drop in too quickly. Well, now I get to attack, and I get to attack with 6 dice. Let's hope, I know I'm hoping, I can try to remove some of these models. Oh, not a bad roll. That's 3 possible hits. Now, Luke, you don't get the automatic cover bonus, but you do get to roll 2 dice to maybe remove some of these hits. Let's see. Okay, you get to remove 1 of the hits. That means you have to remove 2 of the models. I would love to be able to give you suppression tokens, but those zombies are too wacky. They don't take suppression tokens. Now, one thing we forgot is that the zombies have the damage resilient ability, don't they, Luke?
Yeah.
So you get to roll an extra die. If you get a hit, you might be able to bring a zombie back.
No.
Unfortunately not. Well, there's the end of the unit phase. Now it's the end phase. We remove all reaction tokens, as well as 1 suppression token from every unit that has suppression. And of course, because now it's the end of the turn, we can remove one of these turn markers. We're now starting the 3rd turn with the initiation phase. I've lost another unit, so now I'm only rolling 5 dice. Luke's still rolling his 6. All right. I roll 2.
I roll 3.
Which means I'm going to be going first during the command phase. All right, no surprise here. I'm going to give my first order to the observer team to do the fire for effect. Now, I want to tell you guys about a little bit of a house rule that Luke and I have for this particular attack. If I was to attack these guerrillas here, and there is one of my own units, a friendly unit, within 3 inches of the unit that I'm targeting, then I also have to target my own unit. Again, that's not in the rules anywhere. That's just something that we feel is a little more accurate, a little more fair. So I'm not going to target the guerrillas because I don't want to lose my observer team in the process. I'm going to probably target the Ludwig and the Laser Grenadier. But first I have to roll this die and see if I can get a hit. That means I'll be able to do the heavy artillery strike in the first place. Come on, dice! Yes! I'm going to target the Laser Grenadiers first. I get to roll 5 dice. And, 3 possible hits.
Ouch!
Luke, you get to roll 2 dice for your armor roll.
Oh.
Well, you did get to block 1 of them. That's not so bad. But you do have to remove 2 of your models, and you get a suppression token. I'm guessing you don't want to remove your leader or the guy with the bigger weapon. So those other 2s, yeah, they have to go away. Next, we're targeting the Ludwig. I get to roll 1 die, but if it's a hit, 3 damage.
Oh, no.
Yes! It's a miss. Well, I'm not going to use my last remaining special order, so Luke, it's your command phase turn.
Yeah. So first, I'm going to remove one of these and do a regroup action with the Laser Grenadiers.
Okay.
Remove the suppression token.
All right, all suppression tokens go away.
And then I'm going to move him 6 inches, well, less, so he's better under cover.
Right, so part of the regroup action is you can also move your other models around your unit leader. The unit leader can't move. But yes, that does protect you a little better from the sniper and from perhaps those tank hunters.
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about those tank busters, so I'm going to move Sigrid with this command action. And she's going to go about right here.
Just out of view, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What about that last order? What are you going to do with that?
I'm going to make these zombies move right here.
Okay, now we pre-measured this, so you just go ahead and move them. We figured out he could get just to almost that first, just up to the first window, actually. Pretty much. Around the building. That's going to put them at least in hard cover, which is good. There's no way for me to maneuver and remove the effects of that cover. Well, I say hard cover, but zombies are so wild, they actually only get soft cover.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's my unit phase now. I'm going to start with my sniper team here, see if I can soften up these guerrillas a little bit. The nice thing is they're already in position, so I can use both of their actions for sustained fire. Keeping in mind I'm looking for blank sides. They count as hits when the snipers fire. So here we go. First roll, and it is a hit. So Luke, you're going to lose one of the models there. Which one?
This one.
Okay. That ends my sniper team. Now I'm going to move over to the hammers. So checking the distance for movement, I can see that I can easily move to 12 inches, actually less than that, and still be within close combat range. So I'm going to move these guys up. And Luke cannot react to the movement.
Jump.
That's right, because I'm using the jump special ability. But I'm declaring close combat attack.
So I can do an attack reaction.
That's right. So we're both going to be attacking simultaneously. Now I get to attack first. I'm going to be rolling 6 dice. And the nice thing about the rocket punch, is that the blank sides count as hits.
Uh-oh.
Yes, uh-oh is right. Finally, no! I've had a decent roll. So there is 5 possible hits. Luke, you get to roll 3 dice for your defense. Roll them right here. Let's see. Luke managed to get 1 hit, which would block one of those.
4.
But 4 hits means those gorillas are done. Now, the attacks are simultaneous, so Luke still gets to roll his attack as if he had both of his gorillas. So how many dice do you get to roll, Luke?
4.
That's right. 4 dice for Luke. I'll be able to roll 3 in defense. Go ahead, Luke, and roll. Maybe you can wipe out a couple of my guys on the way.
All of them. Oh, no.
Okay, 1 possible. Now, this time, of course, I'm looking for hits. Let's see if I can roll any. I rolled enough to block. Amazing. So finally, I've removed a unit from play. So these gorillas are gone. Now I'll activate Bazooka Joe, and I can have him very boldly go into a hiding position here behind this wall again. Yes, well, I'm a little bit worried about him. And actually, my observer team here, I'm not going to do anything with them. All right, it's my Tank Buster unit's turn, and you might be wondering, what are these shenanigans? Well, I wanted to find a position I could move to that's less than its movement distance for my leader that would still allow it to be on a path that allows him to clearly see the 2 models in Luke's Laser Grenadier unit so it cannot benefit from cover. So that's the distance he can move and still be within 16 inches range, and not so close that he's within 12 inches range, so they might do a move reaction. These guys will then move behind hard cover here as well, and that will be the end of the movement, and now it's just time for the attack. Now let's just move this out of the way. Luke,
just before you go, I'm going to do hit the dirt.
Okay, so Luke is going to do a hit the dirt reaction. So you take a suppression token and a reaction token, and this upgrades your cover by 1 step. So you're now technically in soft cover. Very good. Now let me just make sure these guys are within, they're within the range of the leader that they need to be, and they're within 16 inches of the target models they want to attack. So I'm going to have a total of 6 dice to roll. Let's see if I can roll some hits. All right. Well, I rolled 2 hits, and one of these is automatically negated by the soft cover. Yes. Luke, you get to roll 2 dice.
Ooh. A hit is all I need.
Oh,
2 hits I get.
Oh, no. I thought I had a really good idea there. Maybe I did, but the dice weren't with me. Well, what an episode.
Yeah.
We have wounds flying everywhere. Actually, let's give everyone a point update. How many points did I get for defeating your gorilla team?
24.
24 points, yeah, 24. I have, and you currently have...
51.
51 points. Well, congratulations. You're doing very well. You guys are doing very well. Great suggestions for Luke. And I hope you'll come back and give him some more suggestions. Visit us at the Board Game Geek Guild that we have. You'll see a link here on the screen as well. We'll put it in the description as well. You can visit us there anytime just to talk to us about gaming in general. It's a nice place to have back and forth conversation. But definitely check in the thread for the 3rd gameplay episode, where you'll find some updated pictures of the battlefield and be able to submit your decisions and talk with your fellow viewers about what you think Luke should do. All right, until the next episode, thanks for watching.